Now listen, we have a lot of people in the audience who would like to hear from you.
Okay.
Lots of questions, so why don't we start taking a few questions from our audience members.
Okay.
Mr. Walker, my agent was telling me something about PIP. I couldn't even understand what it was. Was something I should get, some kind of insurance?
The question is, should we carry personal injury protection coverage, or as you call it, PIP? Yes, I do believe we should. It's important to have personal injury protection coverage because it provides reimbursement for medical expenses and lost wages. And I'd recommend you carry it even if you have medical insurance, because your medical insurance will try to subrogate against your claim and ask for their money back. PIP insurance covers those expenses, and they have different amounts. You have $2,500, $5,000, $10,000. My recommendation personally would be to carry at least the $2,500, but probably even $5,000, because you don't get a lot of medical treatment these days for anything less than that, and it's just to protect you and your family, and it's something I think you really should have. Yes, I think you should keep it, yes.
Second question.
Jim, I just bought a new car, and the guy there at the dealership was telling me something about gap insurance, and I thought they were just trying to tack something on to the end of the deal, and I was just wondering if that's something that I needed or not.
You know, gap insurance in this day and age is a good idea. I really think it is a good idea. What it does is it provides coverage for the difference between what your vehicle is worth after it's been in an accident and what you owe on it. If you owe more on your vehicle than it's worth, the insurance company only pays the value of the car, not what you owe. So you could be what we call upside down on your vehicle, and you may have an extra $5,000 that you owe on the car. Gap insurance will provide coverage for the difference, and you'll be at zero again, as opposed to what an awful situation to be in an accident and get $5,000 for your car from the insurance company because that's all it's worth. Yeah, you owe $10,000 on it. And that happens a lot because people don't put down money on vehicles anymore, or you're in a lease vehicle. And it's important. Yeah, gap insurance is something I think that everyone should try to have if they can.
Jim, how much car insurance should we carry?
I would recommend something more than the minimum coverage. You know, state law provides for 20/40 coverage, $20,000 per person, $40,000 per incident. I would recommend you move up to at least 25/50 or 50 over 100 coverage. It doesn't cost that much more to get a higher coverage, yet, and it's really a lot of more protection for you and your family if you're involved in a serious accident. And it's important to carry uninsured motorist coverage and underinsured motorist coverage because so many people out there on the road still do not have insurance. It's important to have more than just the state requirements of liability and collision. I think everyone should carry uninsured and underinsured coverage and at least minimum policy limits for PIP. I would recommend everyone carry that, and I would recommend 50 over 100. For me, that's what I would. And the cost of elevating from liability only and collision, which is what insurance companies are calling full coverage, it's full coverage for the state and for the bank, but it doesn't do anything for you. So I'd recommend carrying UM and UIM and PIP, all the other alphabet soup that we have in the insurance business, and carry at least 25, 50, or 50 over 100 limits.
So you should ask your insurance agent to educate you a little bit because he can answer all these questions.
Exactly, exactly.
A couple of years ago, I had an accident. The person that hit me did not have coverage, so I had to use my own insurance coverage. I found out that my insurance company, in fact, would not cover it, and so I had to pay for it out of pocket. And I just want to know, what did I do wrong? Where did I go wrong?
Well, unfortunately, there was a mistake made. I don't know whether it was your fault or the agent's fault, but it's important when we purchase automobile insurance that we not only get coverage to take care of the other fellow should we hit him, and to take care of the bank and pay off the car or have it fixed, but also to protect ourselves. And the part of that insurance that protects us is uninsured motorist coverage and underinsured motorist coverage, along with PIP, personal injury protection coverage. And that type of coverage is not that much more than the basic coverage of liability and collision. I would recommend that everyone carry what I call full coverage, which is all four of those types of coverage.